Hiya, so I've got a bit of a weird week this week, and I thought I would take you along with me and also see how reading goes while I'm out and about. So the next 4 nights I am going to be staying in 4 different hotels because I've actually got 2 different work trips at the same time, one of which I'm going to need my passport for, so that's quite exciting. So in terms of what I'm planning to read, I've got quite a bit of driving, so I'm hoping to actually listen to my audiobook. It's a bit of a running joke that I started listening to A Destiny of Dragons by Klune last April, and I've not finished it yet. So I'm really hoping to finish that. I might even manage to start something else that I can hopefully finish a little bit quicker, but we'll see how that goes. In terms of what else I've got in my lovely Book Besties book sleeve, I am part way through One Grave at a Time by Jeaniene Frost. So Night Hunter series, love that. I'm really enjoying it so far. So that's my first thing that I'm reading. And then I've also got my Kindle. I've got a whole bunch of stuff downloaded on here, so I'm thinking whatever mood takes me. Might pick up a Lexi Blake novella, might not, we'll see. But anyway, I will check back in with you when I am at my first hotel tonight. Good evening. If I look tired, that would be because I am. So I have arrived at my first hotel for the week. I'm staying right by Heathrow Airport, ready for flying out. First thing tomorrow morning, I don't even want to think about what time I have to get up, but at least it's not as early as if I had wasn't staying over tonight. So yeah, the drive up, the weather was pretty rubbish, but my book was good, so I did listen the whole way. So yeah, this is the second book in the Tales of Verania series. I absolutely loved the first one, and then I really struggled to get into the second one. I don't know if I just wasn't in the right frame of mind or what, but yeah, I don't often get the opportunity to listen to audiobooks. It doesn't really work out. But today it was great. It was just what I needed for that length of drive. It was like 2.5 hours, something like that. So I think I've got about 4.5 hours left in the audiobook. It worked out quite well, just as I was pretty much by the hotel. I got to the end of a chapter, so that was nice, because I probably won't listen to any more tomorrow. It'll probably be like the day after, maybe in the evening, that I'll listen to a bit more. But yeah, so very tired, very early start tomorrow, but I'm going to curl up and read a little bit of this because I love cat and bones. And I will probably check in with you in the morning, possibly in the morning. It depends how things are at the airport. But yeah, that's where we're at. Greetings from Munich. I have made it to my hotel. The airport was the bit I was like most worried about because I was just struggling to find my way through. But as soon as I got my bag, I was happy, and I got the train here because I love continental trains. So yeah. I just thought I'd give you a quick reading update before I go out and do some touristing. So on the plane, I finished my Night Huntress book. It was really good. I haven't decided. I think I'm gonna rate it like 4.5 stars. It's really high. I love how their relationship has evolved. I loved seeing all the different characters. Basically all the major characters from the series pretty much were in this one, so I really enjoyed that. It was great, and I actually finished it with enough time to have a little bit of a snooze on the plane as well, so can't complain at that. And then when I was on the train from the airport to the main station, I started reading The Dark Archive. I think it's Genevieve Cogman. It's the next book for me in the Invisible Library series. I was basically looking at my Kindle going, I have no idea what to read. And I picked that. I'm gonna be honest, part of it is because Ben said to me the other day that I may as well just take it off my TBR because I'm never gonna read it, and I'm stubborn. So yeah, it is on my 23 in 2023. So it's a fantasy series, and basically there's this library that is hidden between all the worlds. So there's different versions of the world with different levels of like magic and things like that. And then you have librarians who basically go around stealing books. So yeah, it's book 7 in the series. There's 8 books in the series, so really good. And I just love because there's like dragons and fae and stuff. So I'm only 4 chapters in so far, but it's been a really solid start. Greetings from hotel number 3. So the last I left it, I was about to go out touristing in Munich, and I then didn't update again. But Munich was crazy. It was so good. The event that I went for was so good. The little bits of walking around I got to do, loved it. It's made me really want to go abroad again. But I was so busy and so tired that just did not have the capability to record anything. Also, I barely read anything. I literally, Tuesday night, I got back to my room and I read a chapter before falling asleep. So that was The Dark Archive again. So then yesterday, after my event, travelled back, as you probably saw. So I did read a little bit on the plane. I'm really enjoying the book so far. It's kind of nice, actually. I've been in a real like fantasy paranormal kick recently, but it is kind of nice to read a not romance sometimes, just an actual standard fantasy that has like a romantic thread going through, but we're 7 books into the series, so that's all well established. So yeah, I was reading that, and then it was really late, so I then had to drive for about an hour to get to this hotel from the airport. But because it was so late, I really wanted to make sure I was really concentrating on the drive, so I didn't listen to any of my audiobook. And then again, by the time I got here, it was literally a chapter. So I've probably not like got a massive amount to update on. But yeah, so I got another completely unrelated meeting today. I've got a drive, like about an hour and a half drive to go this morning, traffic dependent. So I am going to put my audiobook on, and we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I will let you know. So I'm just having a stretch of legs before I go in for my meeting that I have got today. I really nice to listen to my audiobook in the car. It's just genuinely laugh out loud funny. So TJ Klune's, all his series are quite different. So I read Green Creek first, which is like Wolf Song and that. And that's like very much like paranormal romance, and you know, you've got different couples per books, things like that. And then you've got things like House of the Cerulean Sea, which is just a hug in a book. But yeah, Tales of Veronia is hilarious. Completely not safe for work hilarious. It's definitely like the teenage end of like sex jokes and stuff. It's hilarious though, and it was just what I needed this morning for when I didn't want to be awake on my drive. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish up my walk and then head into work. I am about to call it a night in hotel number 4 of 4. So yeah, managed to read a bit at dinner, which was nice. It's been a bit weird because it's actually the first evening this week that I've had any evening time. I was like traveling, and then I had an event, and then I was traveling. So yeah, I was a bit like, ooh, you know, sit down by myself at dinner, take my time. So yeah, still really enjoying the book. It's such a great series. And yeah, I will probably finish it tonight, unless I fall asleep. I am super tired, so that might happen. But yeah, I will check in tomorrow. I don't know, it might be here. If I finish my book and I have time in the morning, I'll probably check in. But otherwise, it might be when I'm back home, which would be quite exciting. I'm not gonna lie. It's been good the week away, but also I'm looking forward to being back home. So, as you can probably guess from my backdrop, I am back home. I got back home yesterday, but I was absolutely wiped, so I thought I'd save something up for today. Although, to be honest, I'm still exhausted. My body clock is all over the place. Just travelling, the early starts, everything has just really caught up. But yeah, it was a really good week, so that was there. So I didn't finish the Dark Archive in the hotel like I thought I would. I read maybe 2 chapters and then just fell asleep. And to be honest, I did the same again last night. So yeah, but what I did finish on the way home was my audiobook Destiny of Dragons. So in the hold, it took me pretty much a year to listen to it. I don't know, it was like April, May last year that I started it. I really enjoyed it at the end. Very enjoyable experience, intriguing plot, great characters, fun balance, but I understand why it took me so long to read. I understand why I needed a break. The plot aspects definitely got more as it went through. The start was very much, there's a lot of, it's all quite funny, but there's a lot of slightly immature jokes, and if you're in the right mood for them and they're in the right balance, that is fantastic. But at the start of the book there was definitely more of that side of thing and less of anything else. So I get why it took me so long, but I ended up really enjoying it. And yeah, definitely I was a bit like, I'm just gonna get through this one and then I'm not gonna listen to any more of them, but I think I will. I'm probably gonna regret this when I, you know, start the next one and then go, oh gosh, now I've got to find another 16 hours to listen to an audiobook. But hey, that's how it goes, isn't it? That's how they get you. But yeah, I would like the first book, The Lightning Struck Heart, I would absolutely like recommend to anybody, and that one was good. I definitely like would be more cautious in recommending continuing the series, but I'll see. The jury's out until like I finish this arc, because it has sort of started a bit of a story arc. And just to finish off where I was, I woke up stupid early this morning because my body apparently panics now that I'm not leaping out of bed and getting on with my day. So I picked up my Kindle and I did finish The Dark Archive. So yeah, that's book 7 in that series done. Again, it's been one that I've been hanging around on reading. Really enjoyed it. I think I gave it 4.5 stars. I say, having rated it, you know, all of about 6 hours ago. I really can't remember what I gave it, but yeah, it was great fun. The balance of the characters are great. I love how they stay true to themselves while developing in some ways. So yeah, that was really good. And I definitely recommend that one if you want. It's definitely more like fantasy than romancy, but it's definitely one that I would recommend. I was actually talking to someone about it on Instagram earlier today, so it was really nice to find someone else who likes the same books that you do. So yeah, as the week overall, I kind of read more than I thought and less than I thought at the same time. At the start of the week I definitely read loads. By, you know, the time I arrived in Germany, I had read way more than I expected, but then as I got more tired and with how busy I was and how long I was spending, you know, just not able to do stuff, it sort of tailed off. So yeah, you know, I finished my audio, I finished my paperback, and I read a Kindle book while having a crazy week, so I can't really complain. And thanks for tagging along for the journey. I will see you soon.